This is a new series of videos where I'll show you how I chainsaw carved a dog, specifically a fox red Labrador Retriever. I'll show you the process in such detail that if you want to, you can do this yourself. This first video is about the image planning stage. The end result is a reference collage of pictures from different vantage points. I sized and arranged all of them in InDesign, but you can use any photo manipulation software that allows you to set one dimension and everything else stays in the aspect ratio. In other words, stays proportionate. I'm showing you here how I assembled the collage that I tile printed, and then I'll tell you about the photo shoot with a concrete dog statue and my visit to a Labrador Retriever Breeder, who taught me how to make it look like this breed and specifically this dog. What I've got here is a full side view of a Labrador Retriever. I took this picture of a sculpture made from cement. It was very helpful because the dog didn't move. I needed to get a direct down from the top of the head shot, a direct in the face, and this is the actual sweet animal. His name is Cooper, that the carving is to resemble. I got them both the same size. And then the hip structure here is very different from the concrete statue. So I highlighted that part of Cooper so I would have it side by side with the sculpture because it needs to look like that dog. And that's one of the distinguishing features that would make it look like that dog. Now, for instance, you can see here the fur has this scallop look around the front on this dog, and then here on the right eye there's like this line that crosses the top of the head and loops, and then there's a circle right in the middle of it. That's distinctive. And then on this side there's just mostly a half moon, and the other two pieces aren't there, whereas in the sculpture they're identical, symmetrical. Everything in real life is a little different, and there are distinguishing features to everything. So those markings on the face, the depth of droop on the jowls on both sides, the way the neck folds here underneath. I'll be looking for that and other things. And I'll have to look at the other pictures, but this looks unique. This double edge here on the right ear. And then of course over here, as I was talking earlier, the hips are very different. It comes to a point. It's almost like a triangle. He's sitting in the same position as the sculpture, but in the sculpture, the hip is this nice rounded, almost circle. Whereas on the real retriever, this is what they really do. And I got to talk to a breeder, which was a wonderful surprise. I was delivering an eagle to my friend Jason, and he breeds Labrador Retrievers. So I asked him what a fox red was and how they were different, and he did talk about this particular feature here with the hips. He showed me on one of his dogs. He gave the order to sit, and doggy sat, and sure enough, the hip looks just like that picture. He talked to me about special things about the face. He said there's a bone that bumps right above each eyebrow that I should probably show. And then there's one right in the middle. It's probably not worth trying to capture, but it is right there. It was super cool to get to talk to him about what a Labrador Retriever really looks like and what makes them look like that breed specifically, and what makes my dog that I'm carving, this particular dog, what makes him different so I can make it look like him. I got to show him the pictures. It was just a great conversation to have to prepare me to carve this sculpture. This sculpture is 1/2 scale. Typically a Labrador is 22 inches from the top edge of the shoulder bone to the ground. 22 inches is about right. And so I took that measurement and made it 11. I had a bunch of other proportions of a dog, period, that helped. Now, this is not a Labrador Retriever, but it's very helpful to see they've got indicated here that AB, see right here, HI equals AB. This is HI. This is AB. And as it turns out, from C to B, which isn't marked on here, is also equal. And it gives some proportions in percentages, like AB is 36% of CD. What is that? That's from the nose to the ears. Is about a third of what it is from the top of the shoulder bone to the toenails. So those are all helpful things to know, measurements to make to help me get started with this beautiful dog. My sculpture is going to be, I need a wood block that is at a minimum 15 inches tall. That gets the 11 inches here and the additional 4 for the head. And then I want to have to measure it in InDesign again and check it. So from here to here, out to where the nose is, how much is that? I think we're probably looking at 19. And then as far as the width goes, the width is actually about the width of the ears. So the hips don't stick out much further. And in this position, you can see here, both from the statue and from the live dog, they hold their feet, their hind feet, right up underneath their hips, directly behind their front feet. So I'll be able to cut it wide enough for the ears, and then I'll know that the hips will fit. So just rough talk here, 15 inches tall by 19 inches. And then what is this? That's 6. That's about 6 inches in depth.